Are you struggling with endless sleepless nights and have no idea why? You might just need to turn off one tiny thing in your bedroom, and you could sleep deeply for 6 straight hours tonight without taking a single pill. Insomnia is a silent nightmare for millions of older adults. Lying in bed for hours, eyes wide open, your mind spinning with nameless thoughts. Even with the lights off, even when you're completely exhausted, sleep still refuses to come. Does that sound like you? If so, this video might just be the turning point for your long, restless nights. Here's the shocking part. Many people have no idea that the real cause of their insomnia is something incredibly familiar sitting right in their bedroom. It is not the stress of life. It is not just aging making it harder to fall asleep. It all comes down to one factor that most of us unknowingly keep around every single night. And the amazing part is all you need to do is turn it off the right way, and deep, uninterrupted sleep could return as soon as tonight. In this video, I am going to share with you 5 invisible yet extremely dangerous things that are stealing your sleep night after night, and how you can reclaim peace for both your body and your mind. These little things may seem small, but they make a massive difference. And once you realize what they are, you will wonder why you did not do this sooner. Before we get started, drop a positive affirmation in the comments below as a way to invite good things into your life. Something like, "I deserve a peaceful night's sleep every night," or whatever intention speaks to you. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you will not miss out on any other valuable content about healthy aging. Together, let's build a community full of positive energy, where growing older does not mean feeling tired all the time, but becomes a season of recovery, relaxation, and truly living life to the fullest. So what exactly is silently making older adults sleep shorter, lighter, and more restless throughout the night? Let's go through each surprising culprit one by one. Number 1. Smartphones. Small and always within reach. Smartphones are actually one of the biggest sleep disruptors for older adults. They make it harder to fall asleep, harder to stay asleep, and often lead to waking up in the middle of the night without knowing why. In today's digital age, smartphones have become almost inseparable from us, used for calling, texting, reading the news, entertainment, and even as an alarm clock by the bed. But this seemingly harmless habit is quietly robbing millions of older adults of precious sleep every single night. Smartphones remain active even when you are not using them. They constantly connect to Wi-Fi 4th generation or 5th generation cellular networks, send and receive signals from nearby cell towers, update apps, and deliver notifications. All of these electromagnetic signals, though relatively weak, can interfere with the nervous system, especially for older adults whose central nervous systems tend to be more sensitive and more easily stimulated than those of younger people. Another major factor is the blue light emitted from the phone screen. When you scroll through your phone at night, your brain receives the wrong message and believes it is still daytime. This suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy. As a result, even if it is already 10 o'clock at night, your body stays in alert mode, your mind races, and your eyes stay wide open. What's more dangerous is that the blue light can still affect your brain even if you are not actively using the phone. Just a small flash from a notification or screen light can wake your brain up in the middle of the night. For older adults, even the slightest disruption can shatter a good night's sleep. Many seniors say, "I often wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning and don't know why," but few realize it could be a promotional message or an app update that caused the phone screen to light up. The solution is incredibly simple, yet highly effective: turn on airplane mode before going to bed. This stops all incoming signals and eliminates the neurological interference. Also, avoid keeping your phone right by your pillow. Even in airplane mode, the screen can still light up or vibrate, enough to interrupt deep sleep. Keep your phone at least 5 to 6 feet away, or ideally outside the bedroom altogether. Worried about using it as an alarm clock? No problem. Alarms still work just fine in airplane mode. Or better yet, go back to using a traditional alarm clock. No signals, no blue light, no distractions. Just one small change like this, and you will notice the difference in just a few nights falling asleep more easily, sleeping more deeply, and most importantly, waking up feeling refreshed instead of groggy or tired. Number 2. Bright white ceiling lights. Most of us are in the habit of flipping on the ceiling light as soon as we step into the bedroom. It feels natural. It lights up the whole space and lets us see everything clearly. But for older adults, this simple habit could be one of the biggest reasons why falling asleep gets harder and harder with each passing night. Bright white lighting, usually coming from high-powered light-emitting diode bulbs, gives off a wavelength that closely mimics natural daylight. When your eyes take in that kind of light in the evening, your brain becomes confused. It believes it is still daytime. As a result, the brain delays or even shuts down the release of melatonin, the key hormone that helps you feel calm, sleepy, and ready for deep rest. So even if your body is physically tired after a long day, your brain stays wide awake and alert, thinking the day is not over yet. As we grow older, our bodies naturally produce less melatonin. That means even a brief exposure to intense ceiling lighting can completely throw off the natural rhythm of your sleep-wake cycle. And here's the catch. Even after turning off the light, the effect does not disappear right away. The melatonin suppression lingers, often delaying sleepiness by 30 to 60 minutes. You lie in bed wanting to sleep, but your brain simply refuses to slow down. To make things worse, bright white lighting also stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, which is the system responsible for fight or flight. This raises your heart rate and keeps you alert and on edge, instead of easing into relaxation. That's why many older adults lie in bed with a racing heart, feeling restless but not knowing that the culprit might be the lighting in their own bedroom. So what type of lighting should you use instead? Switch to warm, soft yellow lighting, or use small bedside lamps placed lower to the ground instead of overhead fixtures. Warm-toned light has a lower wavelength, which allows your eyes to relax and does not interfere with melatonin production. That kind of lighting sends a clear signal to your brain. It is nighttime. It is time to rest. You can also try using motion-activated nightlights that turn on gently when you move, perfect for late-night trips to the bathroom. These lights are just bright enough to guide your steps without waking your brain. Not only does this support more restful sleep, but it also reduces the risk of nighttime falls, which is a very real concern for seniors. It is important to completely avoid using cool white or blue-tinted light-emitting diode lights, as well as high-powered fluorescent lights in the bedroom. Save those for areas where alertness and energy are needed, such as the kitchen, the bathroom, or your home office, not in your bedroom. Your sleeping space should be designed as a sanctuary for calm healing and true recovery. Number 3. Televisions. First, it is important to understand that televisions produce constantly flickering light, especially during fast-paced scenes, brightly colored visuals, and flashy commercials. Even when your eyes are closed, the thin layer of your eyelids still lets some light through. That light reaches your retinas, which then sends signals to your brain, preventing it from fully shifting into the deep, restorative state of rest your body needs. But there is another layer of disturbance. Modern televisions, especially smart televisions connected to Wi-Fi, emit low-level electromagnetic fields. These waves may be weak, and they do not cause pain or discomfort right away. But for older adults with more sensitive nervous systems, these signals can interfere with the brain's electrical activity. The result: you may struggle to fall asleep, or you might find yourself waking up multiple times during the night without any clear reason. Even when you are asleep, your brain still remains alert enough to pick up subtle sounds, especially unexpected or changing noises. These interruptions can pull you out of deep sleep cycles, making your rest feel lighter less satisfying, and more fragmented. So what can you do to prevent this? Always turn the television completely off before going to bed. And that does not just mean pressing the remote. Make sure to unplug the device or shut it down using its physical power button. That way, you eliminate both the flickering light and the electromagnetic field, giving your brain the quiet, dark environment it needs to fully power down. If complete silence feels too overwhelming, you can use a white noise machine or play gentle nature sounds, like rainfall ocean waves or soft piano music. Let it run only for the first 15 to 20 minutes. As you settle in, then turn it off. Your goal is to bring your surroundings back to a state of stillness, so your brain can release control and drift off naturally. Now, if you feel like you need the television to fall asleep, that is usually a signal that your mind is still overstimulated. Rather than relying on noise or moving images, try healthier alternatives. Practice gentle breathing exercises, do light meditation, or read a few pages of a paper book. These calming activities can help your brain gradually disconnect and ease into rest without being overstimulated. If watching television before bed is something you truly enjoy, keep that habit, but move it outside of the bedroom. Watch from the living room and make sure to turn it off at least 30 minutes before going to bed. This creates a clear and healthy boundary between your active daytime environment and your peaceful nighttime space, one of the most important steps toward better sleep. Number 4, tablets. In today's tech-driven world, tablets like iPads, Kindles with backlit screens or other e-readers have become popular companions for many older adults. They are compact, easy to use, and convenient for reading news, watching videos, reading books, or playing brain games right in bed. But those relaxing minutes might be the very thing making it harder to sleep each night. Just like smartphones, tablets emit strong blue light from LED screens. While the display looks sharp and clear, that light has a direct negative impact on your brain, especially the pineal gland, which controls melatonin production. When the blue light tricks your brain into thinking it is still daytime, your body stops releasing melatonin. You stop feeling sleepy, or take a long time to doze off. Worse yet, if the screen lights up in the middle of the night, it can completely interrupt your sleep cycle. Beyond the light, the content itself is also a major issue. Unlike quiet, simple paper books, tablets feature sounds, moving images, vibrant colors, even social media or games. All of these stimulate the nervous system, pulling the brain into an alert, excited state. You may plan to browse for just a few minutes, but it is easy to get drawn in, clicking from one thing to the next. And before you know it, you are staying up hours past your intended bedtime. For seniors, who already have weaker circadian rhythms, hormonal imbalances, and more sensitive nervous systems, even these mild stimulations are enough to throw off the transition into deep sleep. You might fall asleep, but it will likely be light, dream-filled, and restless. So what is the simple and effective fix? First, stop using tablets, e-readers, or phones at least 60 minutes before bedtime. This gives your eyes a chance to adjust your brain time to resume melatonin production and your body a chance to naturally wind down. Second, go back to reading traditional paper books. A favorite novel, warm, yellow lighting, just a few pages each night. This creates a calming pre-sleep ritual that helps you sleep on time and more deeply. If you must use a digital device, activate night mode or blue light filter and reduce the screen brightness as low as possible. Still understand that even filtered screens cannot replace the gentle, natural warmth of soft lamplight. Number 5. Wi-Fi routers. You cannot see it, smell it, or feel it, but Wi-Fi signals are constantly present in your living space, even while you sleep. If your Wi-Fi router is in your bedroom near your bed, or especially near your head, you are lying in a zone of continuous electromagnetic radiation for hours every night. And the concerning part is this: the brains of older adults are particularly sensitive to these waves. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and wireless signal boosters all emit high-frequency electromagnetic fields, classified as non-ionizing radiation. Scientifically, they do not burn or immediately harm the body, but they can affect the brain's bioelectrical activity, especially brainwave patterns during sleep. Several studies show that high-frequency EMF can disrupt melatonin production and alter alpha and delta brainwaves, two types of waves essential for deep sleep and REM cycles. While younger people may tolerate some of this, older adults, with weakened nervous and endocrine systems, may find that even small amounts of exposure make it harder to fall asleep, stay asleep, or feel rested in the morning. So what should you do? Turn off or unplug your Wi-Fi every night before going to bed. You do not need to shut down your entire internet. Just temporarily disable the router for 6 to 8 hours while you sleep. If you tend to forget, use a timer plug that shuts off power automatically. It is convenient and saves energy. If your household needs Wi-Fi overnight for monitoring systems or security, make sure the router is placed at least 16 feet away from your bed. Signal strength weakens with distance, and so does its impact on sleep. Never place small Wi-Fi devices near your bed, especially not on your nightstand. Avoid putting routers or signal boosters in the bedroom at all, especially if you have a long history of sleep problems. Still need your phone alarm and cannot turn off Wi-Fi completely? Switch your phone to airplane mode to block all signals during the night. So is there real science behind everything we just talked about? Let's dive into some trusted research that confirms the subtle but powerful impact technology has on sleep. According to a survey published by the National Sleep Foundation in 2022, 67% of people over the age of 60 reported difficulty staying in deep sleep throughout the night. What is especially striking is that among these cases, over 56% were directly linked to artificial light exposure and electromagnetic waves in the bedroom. Another study by the Sleep Center at Harvard University revealed that blue light from electronic devices can reduce nighttime melatonin production by up to 50% and delay the body's natural sleep cycle by as much as 90 minutes. That means you could be lying in bed for an hour and a half, completely unable to fall asleep, simply because your eyes were exposed to the light from your phone, tablet, or television beforehand. And it does not stop there. Scientists at the Karolinska Institute in Sweden discovered that electromagnetic waves from Wi-Fi and wireless devices can increase beta wave activity in the brain, the kind of brain waves associated with alertness and mental activity, which makes it much harder to fall into a deep, restful sleep. A study published in the journal Environmental Health Perspectives also showed that older adults who were continuously exposed to low-intensity Wi-Fi radiation while sleeping had a 38% higher chance of waking up during the night, compared to those who slept in an environment free from electromagnetic interference. All of this leads to one clear conclusion. Sleep is not only affected by age or psychological factors, it is significantly disrupted by the tech-filled environment we surround ourselves with. And the best part, this is something we can absolutely take control of. No need for medication or expensive devices. Just a few lifestyle changes and the simple act of clearing your bedroom of artificial lights and electromagnetic signals. By applying these scientifically backed insights, older adults can begin to restore their natural deep sleep, which is absolutely essential for preserving memory, maintaining heart health, strengthening the immune system, and improving quality of life every single day. As we age, sleep becomes not just important, but incredibly precious and more fragile than ever. Insomnia is no longer just a small nuisance. It quietly erodes memory, weakens the body, and diminishes life quality for millions of older adults. But as you now understand, the real causes often have nothing to do with age, and everything to do with familiar items in your own bedroom: the television, the phone, the ceiling light, the Wi-Fi router, or even a small tablet. All it takes is turning these things off, consistently and correctly every night. And you will begin to notice a difference: falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and most importantly, waking up feeling calm and clear-headed. This is not magic. It is the result of a clean, natural, and brain-friendly sleep environment. If you found this video helpful, please like it, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss more practical tips on healthy aging. And do not forget to leave a comment with a positive affirmation like, "I deserve a good night's sleep every night," or "I am healing my body one step at a time." That simple act might inspire someone else who is searching for the same solution, and it might just motivate you too. Deep sleep is not a luxury. It is a gift you absolutely deserve each and every night. And you can reclaim that gift, not with pills, but with simple choices starting today.